G'day folks, welcome to Billy Metals channel. I'm Toby and today I'm out on a very windy day. I hope that's not terrible on the footage, but I'll try to edit that a bit if it is. We're out near Lal Lal in the beautiful Victorian Goldfields. It's very, very steep. That hill there is massive. Down there you can see a bit of mullock in the centre of the camera there. There's an adit there which we'll explore shortly. If you don't want to see some amazing history around here, you can skip forward to that. I shall try to put a link in the description to the timestamp or however that works. Otherwise, I'm going to show you a bit about this amazing mine before I go and have a look under there. So there's a track there, and we've been exploring down there. It goes for miles. I don't know exactly where it goes. We can get to the end of it. There is piles of much more recent mullock over the top of that track. There's some really steep motorbike tracks down there too. This is way steeper than it will look here. There's no way known I'd ride a bike up and down that, but if you're riding that sort of country, I'll take my hat off to you. I think you're mad, but yeah, you're pretty brave. So, through here, this is all massive mullock through here. A lot of quartz, actually really good looking ground. Got a crack in my screen, so that's what that little flash of light was. I've got to fix that. It's one of the hazards of the exploring that I do. There's been an adit running in there, which I'd love to get into, but yeah, it's well and truly collapsed. Go up here. I've already climbed up and down this hill twice, so I say walking on steep ground is good for you. I should live forever after this. Go up here. Unfortunately, all of this ground here is pretty well collapsed. There's a shaft there. It goes down, it's got rubbish in it and a bit of collapse. That's down where I was just walking. So looking to the north and then swinging around to the east there, there's a track that runs back up the hill and over there. Spin you around again. There's stacked rocks there, and it swung around the corner here. That's where they would have parked their little well, trolley, whatever they've used to cart the stone. And then there's been another adit through there. Someone's recently put a lot of work into trying to dig in there. I had a bit of a look before, and it doesn't go in more than a few metres, and it looks really, really unstable, so no way I'm going in there. But the work, the history in this country is absolutely incredible. Have a look over the edge here. You're kind of almost looking straight down there. Hence my comments about the motorbikes, because they've gone flying up and down that. I'm assuming they climb more than they go down, because yeah, I don't see you'd survive a trip down, but I'm sure they do. If that's your thing, you probably know how to do it relatively safely. That is an enormous amount of mullock. So they've put a huge amount of work in. It's a bit of a pity we can't get into either of these adits. The one right down there though, that one is still open. So let's go for a wander. I won't film all the way down because it's kind of boring. Also, I'm probably going to slip and embarrass myself. So we'll yeah, wander down there and have a look at that one. The boys have gone further down the gully. There's supposed to be another adit, so they've gone to try to find that. Let's go and see what's in this one down the bottom. Okay, so down the hill, and we swing around through here. That is one very cool adit. Right, in we go. This is a pretty serious looking adit, this one. It's really cool. Ooh, nice and cool literally in here actually. Rubbish in the entrance. There's a bit of mineralisation running through here. No quartz in it, but quite a bit of ironstone and iron staining. This light's not quite as bright as the one I normally use, but it had a bit of an accident. My normal bright spotlights, I haven't replaced it yet. It's interesting, I'll just back up here slightly. Look at the bedding in that. All going down to a point, which is what they've been driving along. It gets a lot shallower here, a lot narrower. You can see on the floor here the lines where the timbers have been for the tramway. There's some nice faulting there. Very heavily mineralised. What we got here? Another way. There's a cross cut. Goes off that way. It goes off that way, and there's some steel in the ground there. We've got a reef here. So we're heading into the adit, going that way. We're heading east. So the drive on our left here is heading north. So that reef there is, you're facing to the south there. It is a very mineralised reef. Okay, we'll go up there in a second. We'll keep going straight through. Spin you around in circles, make everyone dizzy. Heading east. Heading east again now. There's a shaft. Some steel's in. Walk around those without breaking the neck. Look at that. Very cautious approaching these. That just stops up there anyhow. We hit another reef here. Well, they've been going down to hit this reef on the... Let's look down there. No, yeah, it goes down. We're not going to hang over that too much. Maybe come back with ropes one day and have a look down there. Maybe not. There's a bit of reef here. So what they've done there, they've punched down. They've been trying to get on to the reef, turn around this way. This reef back here has been dipping in this direction, and they've been digging down there, and they'll punch into this reef at depth. So get into it on the fold and see if there's a larger mass of reef. What the grades are in this. So that's the way out. Head down this north drive here. There's a whole lot of nice, neat stacked rock. It's quite wide in here too. You see where there was a drill hole there that they've blasted out. I believe this operation was 1890s, 1880s and 1890s. Ooh, stoping. Look straight up there. Look at that, there's a reef. They've stoped up on the footwall, taken out a bit of the hanging wall there. And there's a fair whack that's been dug out there. 10, 15, 20 tonne of stone maybe of the actual quartz. Obviously a lot of fill, a lot of waste rock. Look at that, there's a rail still on the ground. Must have been a richer patch, or they decided to sample it for some reason. Or it could have been dug long after the rest of the mine. There's a reef, look at that. It's decent size. I don't know, a bit over a foot across, maybe. And there's another little one. Still goes though. They've been going down this fault that they dug into here. They've been testing. That's possibly from a modern mining company, that bit of red paint. I'm looking for something. Not following that reef here that turns off to the west a little. The way it pinches up to the roof. The faulting. Great looking stuff, isn't it? Where are we going here? This is a little bit of the last couple of blasts, I would say. They haven't bothered taking out. This is a point that they would have been giving up by the look of it. What have we got? That's it. They've done a blast there. They haven't even... no, that's actually not blast. That's been stacked in there, so they've dug it out of here, I'd say. looking for more reef. And they've put that last, and there's quartz in that, bit of quartz. Obviously not much gold. Yeah, they've backfilled in there. So yeah, that is pretty damn cool, I must say. Really, really cool. Well, I'll turn around, wander back out. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching, folks. We might come back in here one day and abseil down that shaft at some point, but it'll be a while off, so there'll be plenty more videos in between. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and we'll be back with plenty more adventures very, very soon.